Red Shoes, Dreams and Realities. Once upon a time, in a small town, there lived a cheerful girl named Rose. Rose's biggest dream was to become a magnificent dancer. Every day before going to school, she would open her mother's old music box and dance to the beautiful melodies. However, the town's biggest problem was that Rose's family couldn't provide her the means to attend a special dance school or buy beautiful costumes to fulfill her dream. One day, while wandering through the town's big market, Rose saw a pair of shiny, red shoes in the window of a dazzling shop. The shoes seemed to shine as if they were ready to dance. At that moment, Rose felt an excitement in her heart like never before. When she entered the shop, the elderly owner smiled at her and said, "These shoes are waiting for a lucky person to wear them. Whoever dances in them will unleash the passion within." Rose gazed at the shoes and replied, "I don't have money to buy them." The woman comforted Rose, saying, "Sometimes you have to give something to make your dreams come true. The red shoes are waiting for you." The next day, Rose couldn't forget about the shoes. Every night, she dreamed of wearing the red shoes and dancing in the forest. One morning, gathering her courage, she decided to stretch her family's budget and buy the shoes. However, Rose was unaware that this decision would bring something wrong. When she wore the red shoes, her world suddenly changed. She felt as if she were not touching the ground. As she began to dance, the shoes took her into an exhilarating dance. At first, everything seemed wonderful. Rose exhibited all her talents, but soon the shoes started to spiral out of control. The dance became so intense that Rose began to lift off the ground. Dancing down the corridor, she reached the forest outside of town. In the depths of the woods, she couldn't stop dancing. As she moved between the trees, the shoes continued to spin and jump wildly, disregarding her will. Rose desperately flailed to stop, but the shoes would not cease. Just then, Rose saw a waterfall deep in the forest. She realized it was dangerous to approach the waterfall, but it felt as if the shoes were pulling her toward it. In the end, Rose forced herself to go forward, and she felt compelled to jump into the water without thinking. Just as she leaped into the air to pass the edge of the waterfall, she heard a terrifying voice, "Be careful with the passion inside you." The shoes brought her to the edge of the waterfall, but there, Rose made one last effort to take off the shoes and throw them into the water. The water gently swept the red shoes away with the current. In that moment, Rose felt liberated after letting go of the shoes. She could dance now, but this time by her own choice. Upon returning to real life, Rose's determination and passion remained unchanged. Dancing opened the door to everything she dreamed of, but this time she knew that her own abilities and efforts were enough. When she returned to the town, Rose's dancing talent caught everyone's attention. She had freed herself from her attachment to the red shoes and instead found her own style. Shortly after, she won a scholarship at a local dance school, gaining the opportunity to develop her talent. The shoes she wore every morning reminded her of how hard she had to work to help others realize their dreams. Over time, Rose became a dance instructor in her town, passing on her passion for dance to the younger generation. Now, as she danced, she remembered all the courage and determination she had suppressed to achieve her dreams. After the red shoes taught her freedom and how to find herself, they would always live in Rose's heart, but the real dance was now being taken with her own steps.